Hi, this is the beta version of the new Trade Ideas Pro. I'm going to demonstrate how we have changed the way numbers are handled in the configuration window. In different regions of the world, numbers are handled differently. The United States uses a period for the decimal point, and we use a comma to separate thousands. So for example, this is going to change this to 200,000. And this is going to change the minimum price to $2.75. If I save those, the window will reflect those changes, and I confirm these changes by opening back up the configuration window. Now, if I were a user in Europe and I were accustomed to typing in my prices, for example, using a comma to separate the decimal place and a period to separate the thousands, that would not give me the results that I would expect. As you can see here, it took that to mean 250 and 100 instead of $2.50 and 100,000. Well, now we have changed the way Trade Ideas handles those numbers, depending on the user's regional settings on their computer. My computer is set for the United States, so naturally everything looks correct for the US. The numbers for the dollars and cents are separated by a period, and the numbers for the thousands are separated by a comma. And it's the same in the config window. But now I'm going to close TI Pro and change my computer's configuration for regional settings to show that I am a user in Europe, in Germany for example. Then I will demonstrate how Trade Ideas Pro handles those numbers. So I just changed my computer settings to show that I live in Germany, and if we look at the windows, we can see that the thousands are separated by a period and the dollars and cents are separated by commas, the same as percentages and anywhere else that there's a decimal place. We actually have supported this for some time, but now in the configuration window, we take that into account as well. So now you are looking at the price being separated by a comma, and the periods are used to separate thousands. For example, if I wanted to change the average daily volume minimum to 200,000, instead of using a comma, I will use a period. And for price, I'll change the minimum to $5 by using a comma, or even better, $5.25. Now we can verify the settings are correct by opening the configuration window and looking at the filters. And you can see here that it's working correctly. However, if I were to enter 100,000 using a comma separator and $2.25 using a period, because my computer is set to Germany's regional settings, I'm not going to get the results I wanted. But if I use the correct separator, the comma for the decimal place and the period for the thousand separator, that is correct for European settings. Now this is important because the configuration window is a feature that the Trade Ideas Pro user types into. So a TI Pro user in Germany, for example, is accustomed to typing in a price in that fashion and using a period to separate the thousands. So this should help eliminate mistakes in setting up filters.